People don't call me anti-black because they know I must love them in order to point out what's wrong so we can get it right to come back into the favor of God. But let me say in truth, you can't point out wrong with malice. You can't point out wrong with hatred. Because if we point out wrong with bitterness and hatred, then the bitterness and the hatred becomes a barrier between you and the person whom you hope to get right, that they might come into the faith of God. So we as Muslims, who in our first stage, if we pointed out the wrong of America, but we didn't point it out with love. We pointed out with the pain of our hurt, the pain of our suffering, the bitterness of our life story. But we have grown beyond our bitterness. We have transcended beyond our pain. Why? It's easy for us to say, the white man did this, the white man did that, the white man did the other, the white man did this, he deprived us of that, he killed the Indians, he did this, yes, he did all of that, but why did God let him do that?
That's it. That's it.
That's the bigger question. And since we are not man enough to question God, we stop beating up on the agent who is fulfilling prophecy.
That's it.
But if we can transcend our pain to get up into God's mind and ask God, God, why did you let our fathers come into bondage? God, why did you let us die in the middle passage? God, why did you suffer us to be in the holds of ships? God, why did you let him lash us? Why did you let him beat us? Why did you let him castrate us? Why did you let him hang us? Why did you let him burn us? Why, God? Why? We got a right to question God. That's the only way we can become wise. And if we question him like Job, God may bring you up into his own thinking. And if God were to answer us today, he would say to black people, yes, I allowed this to happen. And I know you suffered. But Martin King, my servant, said, undeserved suffering is redemptive. A whole world is lost, not just you black people. A whole world has gone out of the way, not just you black people. You the lost sheep, but the whole world is lost. You the bottom rail, but the one that put you on the bottom is in the bottom with you, holding you down. He's in the bottomless pit himself. He said, black man, I love you. He said, but God, I mean, that's a heck of a way to show me you love me. He said, but I love my son. Come on. I love Jesus more than I love any of my servants. But I had a cross for him. I had nails for him. I had him to be rejected and despised. I had him falsely accused and brought before the courts of men. I had them spit on him. I had them to pierce his side. But I loved him more than anybody else. Why, God? Why did you do it? Why? He said, I did it that I might be glorified. Because like Job, no matter what I did to him, he never cursed me. descended into hell. I have raised him to the limitless heights of heaven, because only those who know the depths of hell can appreciate the limitless heights of heaven. And so, my children, I caused you to suffer in the furnace of affliction, so that I might purify you and resurrect you from a grave of death and ignorance. I, God, put in your soul not a law written on stone, but I have written the law on the tablets of your heart. So I'm going to make a new covenant with you. Oh, black man. The secret of the Masonic order is the secret of Hiram Abiff. What? The secret of the Masonic order is a master builder that was hit in the head. The secret of the Masonic order is a master that ruffians wrapped up. I think one of the ruffians was named Jubilo Furman. And another one was named Jubilo Bilbo. And another one was named Jubilam Jesse Hill. These racists hit him in his head and carried him on a westerly course and buried him in the North Country in a shallow grave. Many tried to raise him up, but they didn't have the master grip. It takes a master to come after him. And this is why Matthew said, as lightning shines from the east even unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the eagles are gathered together, there shall the carcass be. Here's the carcass, the remains of a once mighty people, dry bones in the valley, a people slain from the foundation of the world. But God has sent the wind to blow on the bones. One of those winds is named Gingrich. And the companion wind is named Dole. And the other is called Supreme Court Decision. The other is fratricidal conflict, drugs and dope and violence and crime. But we've had enough now. This is why you're in Washington today. We've had enough. We've had enough distress, enough affliction. We're ready to bow down now. If my people who are called by my name will just humble themselves and pray.
That's it. That's it.
And seek my face.
That's it.
And turn from their wicked ways.
That's it.
Then will I hear from heaven.
Then would he hear us?
Forgive their sins. Heal their land.
That's it.
You are ready now to come out of your furnace of affliction.